Hi friends, welcome to my YouTube channel Coding Insights. We'll be continuing with the DFA examples in this video. Let's get started. The next example is draw a DFA for the language accepting every A should be followed by B. So the string should have, if it has A, always the question you have to understand it properly. The question says every A should be followed by B. Okay, only if there is A, then it should be followed by B, right? So the language will be empty string. It does not say anything about only B's or something. If it has A, then it should be followed by B. So that is the question. So it can be either empty string, then AB, A followed by B, then AB, AB, right? Then A, B, 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 B. So if there is A, it has to be followed by B. Okay, it can be any, or it can, if there are no A's present in the string, then it can have only B's. That is also acceptable, right? So these are the set of the strings that will be acceptable, right? So first the thing is B. If it is an empty string, the initial state is the final state, which means empty string is acceptable, right? So initial state is the final state. Then all the B's are acceptable. So when it sees 1B or 2B or whatever it is, all the B's, it will be in the final state. All the B's are acceptable, right? Then from here, if it says any A, if it sees any A, then it goes to this state. Then this non-final state, which means only A is non-final. But if any A followed by B, then it will be the final state, right? If there is A, it has to be followed by B, then it will enter into the final state. If it only sees A, then it will be in non-final state. So whenever it says A, it has to see B, right? Next, after seeing, now we have to define the transition for every state, right? For state Q1, A and B both are defined. But for state Q2, only B is defined. If it sees A, what will happen? It will be entering into the dead state. We call it as dead state because from this state we cannot enter into the final state, right? Because why it enters into the dead state? Because it has seen one A, then it has to see B only. It should not see another A. It means A is followed by A. That should not happen. In case if that happens, then it should be in the non-final state. So I'm drawing the non-final state here. Okay, so it is entering into the dead state, right? Then from here, if it sees B, then it enters into the final state. Then from here, what will happen if it sees B? So A followed by B, then only it will enter into the state Q3. From here, if it sees B again, then it will be in the final state only. So this string, for example, the string A, B, B, B. So it will be in the final state only. But again, if it sees A from here, what will happen? Then it will enter into this state. From here, if it sees A, then it will enter into this state Q2 because we don't know. After seeing one A, we don't know what will be the next alphabet. See, after seeing A, it is in the state Q2. Now, if it sees B, it will be in the final state. If it sees A, it will be in the dead state. So from here, there are two possibilities because we can enter into the state Q2 only when we see A. After seeing A, there are two possibilities, right? After seeing A, I am entering into the state Q2, right? From either Q1, if I see A, I will be in Q2. And from Q3, if I see A also, I will be in Q2. From Q2, there are two possibilities for me. I can either see A or B. If I see B, I will be in the final state because that is the rule. Every A should be followed by B. So A, then B, I will be in the final state. If I see A again, then I cannot enter into the final state. So I will end up in the dead state. Right? So this is the DFA for every string having A followed by B. Right? Next example, accepting draw a DFA for the language accepting strings in which every A should never be followed by B. So whenever there is a, there should not be B followed by it, right? So it can be either empty string. If there is a, there should not be B followed by that, right? So it can have all the A's are possible, all the B's are possible, BA is possible. We are not talking anything about A following B, right? So these things are acceptable. When there is A, there should not be any B behind it, right? That is the rule. So what we can say, whenever you see A, then if you see B, it should be in the dead state because this is against the rule. Every A should never be followed by B. So immediately you draw that. A following by B, it will be in dead state. It can never reach final because it failed the condition. So A, B enter into the dead state and stay there itself. We should not reach the final state because the condition is not satisfied. So it will be in the dead state. Now start filling from here. From Q1 initial state is the final state here because empty string is accepted. So initial state becomes the final state. From Q1 I can either see A or B. So if I see B, that is also acceptable, right? Only one B or B followed by any number of B's, all these things are acceptable. So B or any number of B's followed by A is also acceptable, right? Followed by any number of A's like B, 10 B's followed by 10 A's is also acceptable. But whenever you say C A, it should not be followed by B. Only this condition is more important. In that case, A, B, it should be in the dead state. So whenever C, from here if I see A, I will be in Q2. Then if I see B dead state. From Q3 if I see A, I'm going to Q2. Again if I see B dead state. From Q2 again if I see A, will be in the dead state. So first draw the base condition. Okay, then start filling it. Will be easy. Next, draw a DFA for the language accepting every string should never be followed by BB. The previous question it was single B, now here double B. So the condition is every A should never be followed by BB. Okay, 1B and 2B. It should never be followed by BB. So empty string is acceptable. So initial state becomes the final state. And any number of B's, single B's or any number of B's are acceptable. Then draw the base condition first. A should never be followed by BB. A followed by BB enter into the dead state. Okay. First draw this base condition. A, B, B enter into the dead state. All the remaining things are acceptable. Only this thing is not acceptable. So only this is non-final state. All the remaining things are final. Okay. So all the B's are acceptable. Then A followed by any number of A's acceptable. But A, B, B is only not acceptable. So from here if I see A, I am putting it here because I want to test the condition that A, B, B. If I see from Q3, if I see A, B, B, it should end up in the dead state. If I put A here, what will happen? If I put A to itself, what will happen? A, B, then A, B. It will end up in the dead state. It should not, right? A, B should not end up in the dead state. A, B, B only should end up in the dead state. That's why I'm putting it here. Okay, if I put A here to itself, then A, B, it will end up in the dead state. But that is not the case. A, B, B should end up in the dead state. Only that condition is not allowed. So draw the base condition and start checking it. Whenever I find from any state, if I find A, B, B, it should end up in the dead state. Okay, next, draw a DFA for the language accepting every string starting with AB over input alphabets A comma B. Okay, every string starting with AB. So every string should start with AB. So epsilon is allowed. Okay, then AB, then AB, AB. So starting is AB. That is the thing. Every string starting with AB. So just start with AB, then whatever it comes, it is acceptable because my condition is satisfied. Starting with AB, acceptable. Whatever follows it, I don't care. It is accepted, right? Then start filling. B. It should end up in the dead state. Same way if it sees A from Q2, so end up in the dead state and it will be dead state. Because my condition is starting with AB. Next question is draw a DFA for the language accepting every string ending with AB. So ending should be empty string B, then B, the ending with AB. So it should end with AB. If I put to itself AB, then we don't know whether it is saying AB. Putting this AB here because if I put that, it can be either A or B. It can be BB also. It can be AA also. We don't know what it is, right? So that is why it is avoided. If it is B, I am putting it to itself. So B, it is put to itself. Then it is A, that also been put to itself because B from initially B, A, B. And here A, any number of A's, right? But it should end with A, B. This is the base condition and you have to fill it accordingly. Here I am avoiding this. So how can I fill? But I should not leave the state as it is. I have to write transition for the state Q3, right? How can I write this transition for the state Q3? If it is A, then it has to go to Q2 because from here if I see A, then there is another chance of seeing B. If I see B, then it will be in the final state. Okay. But if I see B here, then where I have to send this? Then I have to send it to this. Because B, again I have to see A, B, then only it will end up in the final state. I hope you all have understood this, right? It should end up with AB. That's why I'm not putting AB here. So if it is B, then again check whether it sees AB. If it is A, already A I have seen. It has to see one B to enter into the final state. Right? Thank you. I hope you all have understood. Thank you.